जय श्री राम, जय श्री कृष्ण, जय हनुमान, जय हनुमान, जय हनुमान. Marriage season is there, so lots of drums playing outside. If it disturbs, we'll just try to ignore it for now. And that is how we are supposed to live our life, isn't it? Lots of disturbance happening all the time, and we are just supposed to let them be and walk the path. Just like Hanuman ji. Hanuman ji is a bhakti ka avatar, right? He had Sahaj Prem and Saral Swabhav. And that is where we closed last week, right? Sahaj Prem, Saral Swabhav. And both are very difficult to accomplish. And what is the litmus test? How do we know कि हम में सरल स्वभाव और सहज प्रेम आ गया है? If we know, हम में सरल स्वभाव और सहज प्रेम नहीं आया. So till we know, हमें नहीं आया. And we have to be very careful. आज देखिए ना, केवट, we talked about केवट, right? And केवट is not willing to let the Lord go. And because of his सहज प्रेम, what is सहज प्रेम? That effortless love for God. We have effortless love for our children. We have effortless love for so many things in this world, right? Even jad vastu jo hoti hai na, which is intangible, that also we find it very difficult to part with. It is like till we are in this world, that thing is going to be with us, and later on when we leave this world, it is going to be discarded by our family members. है ना, कितना एकत्रित करते हैं? How much do we gather? For what? And this trishna जो है ना, the desire. And not only do we gather things, we gather emotions, we gather enemies, we gather all this काम, क्रोध, मोह, लोभ, and we keep it in our heart intact. You know, it will go with us when we leave that ways. And it is very difficult to let go. So, and over here, Kevat, उनके पास में कुछ ज़्यादा नहीं है. But he does not want to take from the Lord. He said, listen, don't cheat me, right? तुम उलझा दोगे मुझे संसार में, है ना? Bhagwan is we have to be very careful. And I think we went into the depth of it or whatever. I think it's always ice is the tip of the iceberg. We can never reach the depth. But however much we try to understand that Prabhu is also very smart. वो संसार हमें देके खुद हट जाना चाहते. बोलेंगे कि तुम संसार में उलझे रहो, कोई बात नहीं, आपको जो चाहिए आप ले लो, परेशानी भी ले लो, सुख भी ले लो, दुख भी ले लो, यश भी ले लो, अपयश भी ले लो, बिकॉज वो भी हमें बहुत उलझाता है, राइट? Isn't it? We get so caught up when we are insulted that we are more caught up with our insults than with our praises, right? We are more caught up with the people we dislike than the people we like. So he says, you take whatever you want, whatever keeps you busy, मुझे छोड़ दो, कोई बात नहीं. So over here, we are just going a little back. Kevat was offered the mudrika and the Kevat refused. He said, मुझे आपसे कुछ नहीं चाहिए. And on the contrary, there are people who say, see, I have enough, you have given me enough. There are many who don't have it, Prabhu, why don't you give it to them? इतनी हिम्मत है हमें कि प्रभु दे रहे हो, हम बोले नहीं नहीं, मेरे पास बहुत है, धन सफिशिएंट है, आप जिसके पास नहीं है उसको दे दो ना प्रभु. And Kevat said, no, I don't want this. You can keep it, you can use it, or you can give it to somebody else who needs it more. Such beauty. And what does he want? I want you. I want your bhakti. And last week, a quick recap. The result of devotion is devotion. Right? The Falashruti, the Fal, not every prayer we do, right? And then it has a Falashruti. So we have read the entire Aarti, Om Jai Jagdish Shahare, and then in the end it is जो भी इस आरती को गाता है उसको क्या क्या मिलता है, right? So that Falashruti for a true devotee is, I am devoted to you because I want devotion to you. nothing else. And it takes a lot of effort to make this bhav effortless. So Kevat has mastered this. He says, I don't want anything. You keep this, give it to somebody else. Just give me your company. I'm not going back yet. I'm not ready to go back yet. I'll come with you. I'll help you. I know the path. And only a devotee can tell the Lord, I know the path. I'll show you the path. Let me come with you. I'll make your journey easier. Just can you imagine, हम प्रभु को बोलते हैं, make life easier for us. मेरी तकलीफ हर लेना. केवट यहाँ बोल रहे हैं कि मैं आपके साथ चलूंगा, मैं आपकी तकलीफ कम कर दूंगा. Look at the bhav of the devotee. कि प्रभु, I am with you to help you. I am with you to make your journey easier. I am with you to show you the path. I know the easier path through these jungles. मैं इसके लिए आपके साथ चल रहा हूं. मैं इसके लिए आपके साथ नहीं चल रहा हूं कि you make my life easier. You give me everything that I desire. आप मेरा अभाव भर दो. आप मेरे कष्ट हर लो. नहीं. And when we do trahi, when we, actually shout out in pain, we incur more karma bandhan. Right? Isn't it? When we are having a difficult situation and then we shout out, why is this happening to me? Oh Lord, help me. Then we are getting entangled even more. But what did we see? When we are just an observer of the situation, कि ये कष्ट है, ये situation है, and then you are just there, then हमारे कर्म कटते जाते हैं. The knot gets released slowly. The higher the difficulty level of the test, the more the marks. That is the computerized test, GMATs and SATs, right? So if you're getting easier questions, that means you have blundered in the previous question. And if the life is getting difficult, that does not mean that kripa is not there. वो कटु कृपा है. There are two types of kripa, right? One is meethi kripa, where Prabhu gives you everything you desire. And you say, I'm so blessed, I'm grateful God has given me everything. But there is another form of kripa where everything is taken away from you. जहां मैं हाथ रखता हूं, वहां मिट्टी हो जाता है. सोना भी मिट्टी हो जाता है. अब मैं क्या करूं? वो भी कृपा है. वो कटु कृपा है. It is a bitter kripa. पर कृपा तो है ही ना. So there is nothing other than kripa in our lives. And Kevat has understood. And he is so fulfilled after this understanding. He says कि प्रभु, I have experienced your कृपा. कभी वो मीठी होती है, कभी वो खट्टी होती है, कभी वो कड़वी होती है. कोई बात नहीं, कृपा ही है ना. कभी मम्मी पापा डांटते हैं, कभी प्यार कर लेते हैं, पर कृपा है ना. It is for my own good and my spiritual elevation. Now that I have got you, I don't desire anything else. There is a word called tript. There is a chant which we normally chant when we are closing a class for the children. It says Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. प्रभु पूर्ण है एंड मैं प्रभु ही हूं, मैं भी पूर्ण हूं. या फिर प्रभु पूर्ण है एंड बिकॉज आई एम कनेक्टेड टू यू, मेरे को कोई अभाव नहीं है. आई एम कंप्लीट, आई एम फुल, I am a giver, not a taker, because I am filling my vessel through your love, and to everybody else I am willing to give without receiving anything in return. And see, the joy of life is very momentary. Now over here I am going to quote Swami Tejomayananda ji, and he has beautifully written it. He says, what is true gain? True gain is that which never decreases or diminishes. Pause for a minute. ये भौतिक जगत है ना, that we learned prapanch, right? We got into the details of prapanch, made of all the 4 and 5 tattvas. Doesn't everything diminish and decrease? Acha. Now there is one relationship which we considered. My mama is also there. And no offense, I love her very much. But even this relationship जब बच्चा छोटा होता है तो he sees nothing else other than the mother, right? The mothers, you stick to your mother like glue. As you grow up, right? We are all mothers and fathers. As you grow up, the child finds friends, cousins, other families, other venues, and the distance increases. And jaise we get involved in our families, we are like more inclined towards our children, right? They become our responsibility. Not that our love for our parents is not there. But and this is the sad reality of this life, and in fact, all who are older will also feel it is all dependent on utility of a person in their life. When we are children, the utility of our parents is beyond comprehension. As we grow, the utility decreases. We become independent. And they are great. They make us independent. And this utility keeps decreasing, and so does the love and attachment. Maybe love is there, but the showing, how you look at them, how you need them every minute disappears. And that will happen to us also. When our children grow up, it is all utility based. So is there anything in this world which does not decrease or diminish? Nothing. It's all momentary. And in worldly matters, one gains something but one loses another thing. Isn't it true? See, we always tell, in our plate we cannot have everything. If life is very short, everything is very limited. Even if you want to focus on something, there is something else which will be left behind. And the reality is zindagi ki. The sooner we understand it, the better it is. And then we can see, okay, I have the 70, 80 years of existence, or maybe 60. This is the only thing I can learn, and jitna hoga, the journey will continue later. So in this worldly matters, one gains something but loses another thing. But the highest truth, जो केवट को मिल गया है, इसी के लिए he does not, he is full, वो तृप्त है. He says, I am so complete, I am not a याचक anymore, I don't want anything from संसार. प्रभु मुझे आप मिल गए, आपकी भक्ति मिल गई. But the highest truth, once gained, can never be lost. It can never be lost, nor can it ever be destroyed. Best of all, by attaining it, nothing else is lost or diminished. Once you get that highest truth, nothing else is lost or diminished. So, that is why the Bhagavad Gita proclaims, that is what he says, there is no greater gain than the highest truth. And what is the highest truth? Then what then is the ultimate gain and the ultimate happiness? फिर क्या है? वो ultimate gain and ultimate happiness क्या है? When both these are attained simultaneously, क्या है? दर्शन, जो केवट को मिला. केवट got the darshan. Now, प्रभु के अलग अलग स्वरूप होते हैं. Today we won't get into it. Maybe in the next class we'll discuss, because नहीं तो the link will break. एक तो होता है साकार, है ना? एक होता है सगुण साकार, right? One. That is Ram ji in front of केवट. सगुण साकार रूप. एक होता है सगुण निराकार. गुण है उनमें, पर वो निराकार है. There is no आकार to it. You can't see him, but the गुण are there. And एक है निर्गुण निराकार, right? जहां पे ना तो गुण है उनमें, he is beyond that, he is just a drishta, and ना कोई आकार है, you cannot give a shape to him. So these are the three different forms, and in these three different forms, the Lord appears in front of us, right? Sagun Sakar, Shri Ram in front of Kevat. Sagun Nirakar, right? Where gun to hai, where things are happening, but हम देख नहीं पा रहे उनको. And निर्गुण निराकार, ना कोई गुण है और ना कोई आकार है. So, sight, darshan of the Lord is the ultimate gain. Is it possible? Yes, why not? The other day when we were narrating the Ramayana to the children, yes, just this Sunday, they said, क्या हम देख सकते हैं क्या? मैंने बोला हाँ. कैसे? Because currently also, in one of the places, one of the earths, one of the galaxies, Ramayana is happening. Right? श्री प्रभु राम शायद अभी यही सब कर रहे होंगे. So is it possible to see him do all this? Why not? Kak Bhasunti says that every time, whenever Sri Ram becomes 5 years old, I fly to him. And then the Leela repeats, right? We are going to come to Uttarakhand, mein we'll talk about Kak Bhasunti. He's a crow. And who gave, Garud got ego, And where did he go to? He went to Kag Basundi to get knowledge. He went to Shivji. I'll just give you a brief insight into this, and many of you might be knowing. Ki when he saw Ramji tied in Nagfash in Lanka Kand, Garud was summoned. Ki aap ye Nag ka fash hatao. So Garud came, and when he released Sri Ram, when he was flying up again, he says, see, I liberated him. This cannot be the same Nirgun Nirakar. He cannot be the same who rides on my back. And he realized that Brahm ho raha hai, right? You are getting delusioned. So he ran to Shivji. Now Shivji, he says, please help me. मैं भ्रमित हो रहा हूं. I am getting this delusion. I am doubting the Lord. Help me. Please rid me of this emotion and ego. Shivji looked at him. He said, I am on a journey, but you'll better understand the language of somebody else. वो आप ही जैसा है. आप उससे जाके सुनो. किससे? उस कौवे से, काग बसुंडी. एंड वो गरुड़ है. गरुड़ इज द किंग ऑफ द बर्ड्स. किसके सामने भेज दिया? काग बसुंडी के सामने. सो द ब्यूटी इज, सो काग बसुंडी की ब्यूटी है कि हर बार whenever the Lord is 5 years old, he goes and does darshan. Wherever he is. So is it possible to have darshan? The sight, the darshan? Yes, it is. जब सच्ची प्रीति प्रभु से होती है ना, तो कांच की मूरत भी बोल पड़ती है. And then the sight and the darshan of the Lord is the ultimate gain, and at the same time, the ultimate bliss is affirmed in this bhajan of Mirabai. पायो जी मैंने राम रतन धन पायो. I have gained the wealth of jewels, the jewel called Ram. And this is the true wealth. There are so many sages. Even Mirabai. What did they not have? Siddharth Buddha. What did he not have? सब छोड़ के ऐसा क्या हो गया कि they rush towards Prabhu? कि ये कौन है? What is stopping us? Prapanch. Right? So over here, Guha, Kevat, that boatman, he has realized that the true glory is in devotion to the Lord. I do not want anything. मैं संतोष में हूं. एक रोटी मिले ना मिले, घर मिले झोपड़ी मिले, मुझे कुछ नहीं चाहिए प्रभु. And that is when you only seek the Lord and nothing else. Yes, nothing else. That does not mean that you don't do your duty in the world. हमारे शास्त्र, see, the beauty about Sanatan Dharma is there are 4 ashrams. Brahmacharya ashram, Grihast ashram, Vanaprasth ashram and Sannyas ashram. All ashrams are equally important and all ashrams have to be lived. So the Sannyas Pratha is not part of the Sanatan Dharma, right? And true sannyasi, if you follow the rules of how true sannyasi has to be, it is very difficult. वो संग्रह नहीं कर सकते. They cannot have more than 2 clothes. They cannot have ashrams. They cannot live in a place for more than a particular duration. So sannyas is something else altogether. What we see today are acharyas, right? So sannyasi एक अलग ही होता है. वो किसी तरह का संग्रह नहीं करता. Otherwise, we leave one family of 4 and we adopt a family of 100 or 1000. That is not sannyas, right? So this is a definition of sannyas. So over here, nobody is asking anybody to run away. Goha is not going to run away from his responsibility. He is not going to say, now I'm going to live with Sri Ram throughout. No, we'll see as Ramji moves on, he keeps sending everybody back. वापस जाओ. गुहा को भी he says, go back to your house. When he reaches Yamuna Tat, he'll say, bas, that is it. Now go, take care of your responsibility. But how will you take care of your responsibility? With the Lord in your heart and seeing the Lord in everything. Chapter 9 of Gita is very mesmerizing. And that is what we were learning last week. And the one thing that struck me is that everything is in the Lord. But everything is not in the Lord also. The Lord is in everything, but He is not in everything also. When you start analyzing this, you'll realize that we cannot define Him. So he says, you go with this thought that you cannot define me, but you can love me. Love me and just do your duties to the best of your ability. मैं राम हूं, राइट? मुझे भी पता है सारा स्वप्न है, बट मैं बखूबी अपना धर्म निभा रहा हूं. दशरथ जी ने बोला गो टू द जंगल, मैं चला गया. माँ कौशल्या रोई तो मैं रो लिया. सीता ने बोला मैं साथ चलूंगा तो मैंने ले लिया. भरद्वाज ऋषि को मिलूंगा तो मैं पैर भी छू लूंगा. पर ही नोज इन हिज माइंड सब माया मिथ्या है, नथिंग इज रियल. आई एम प्लेइंग अ रोल and I am going to play that role to the best of my ability. So Guha bhi, he goes to a certain distance, but he is sent back. He said, Jao, you are a sansari, you have your sansar. Now with me in your heart, now play the role, na? Ab jiyo. See, we do not know how to live and we do not know how to die. दोनों ही हमें नहीं आता है. हम ऐसे जीते हैं कि हम कभी जिए ही नहीं, और जब मरते हैं तो ऐसे मरते हैं कि हमें कभी मरना था ही नहीं और आता ही नहीं. एंड श्रीमद् भागवत टीचर्स अस बोथ, राइट? भागवत महापुराण स्टार्ट्स फ्रॉम दैट. सो ओवर हियर गुहा हैज लर्न द आर्ट ऑफ लिविंग. हाँ, रवि शंकर जी का भी मान लेते हैं. तो ही हैज लर्न द आर्ट ऑफ लिविंग, कि जीना कैसे. अब आप जीना सीख लिया तो आप वापस चले जाइए. सो नाउ दे मूव फॉरवर्ड स्लोली एंड स्टेडीली. वी वोंट dwell on it much. And as they move forward, the earth, the sun, right, the clouds, they want to protect Sri Ram, Lakshman, Sita. We saw how they were treading the path, right? In last class we covered it very in depth. So they were walking, carefully walking, treading the path. Now the sun decided that I do not want to burn, because see, they are barefoot. They are not wearing anything. पग में कुछ भी नहीं है, and they have never walked on this harsh surface ever. So the earth wants to become lighter. She wants to become cushiony. She just does not want anything to hit them. The stones just want to dig into the earth. कि कहीं गलती से भी कोई कंकर पत्थर उनके पैरों में ना लग जाए. But the beauty is, look at their desire, you know. The sun says कि I'm going to hide. But slowly he wants to peek and look at the Lord also. Right? And the thorn, the stone, उनको निकलना नहीं है, but they want to touch the feet of the Lord also. The intentions are not bad. But in the process, क्या हो रहा है? Their feet, and Guha has tears in his eyes. His soul are hard. उसकी आदत है. इनके नहीं है. The dripping of blood, the poking of the kate, you know, the thorns, the heat on which they are walking. And suddenly, while walking, Sri Ram stops. Into the journey he stops. And he just closes his eyes. So Lakshman पूछते हैं, Prabhu Ram, what happened? Why did you stop? Well, no, I am just talking to all of them. What are you saying to them? To go away right now? He said, no. I am asking them to come out. Let the sun shine. Let the clouds give it way. Let the earth, you know, let all the thorns and the stones come out. Let them touch my feet. Let them be satisfied. कोई दिक्कत नहीं है. Because tomorrow, I know Bharat is going to walk the same path. And I know उसने भी कुछ पहन नहीं रखा होगा. And the tears in my eyes are that कि मेरे भरत के पैर में लग जाएगी. उसको काटा चुप जाएगा. So I'm telling them, see me, touch me, feel my feet with your heart's desire. But जब भरत आए ना, तब प्लीज आप बाहर मत आना. Guha just could not comprehend. Instead of feeling the pain and relating कि शायद भरत एंड कैकेयी माँ के कारण मेरे साथ ऐसा हो गया है, आज सीते के पैर में इतना खून बह रहा है, बट हिज हार्ट, he is begging them to stay in when Bharat comes. Let there be shade, let the trees go, let there be a canopy of clouds, let the earth become soft as cotton when my Bharat comes. And he will come. लक्ष्मण देखना, भरत यहीं से आएगा, एंड मेरे भरत के पैर में कुछ छुप ना जाए. Not only this, while walking, you can see Sri Ram trying to put aside slowly whatever he thinks might hinder the path of Sri Bharat. Such love for his brother, such a heart. राम जी के अलावा किसकी हो सकती है? धीरे धीरे धीरे, walking this way, talking to nature, begging it, making the path as comfortable as possible for Sri Bharat to tread later. They reach Bharadwaj ashram. Now, Valmiki Ramayana mein, the illustration is a little different. In that he says ki Bharadwaj ji is in his kutir, he is doing tapasya, and Ram ji comes in, he puts down his quiver. He knows the decorum of entering an ashram. See, life cannot be just led कि हम जी रहे हैं. नहीं. There are rules, there are decorums, there are siddhants, and there are principles which we need to uphold. नहीं तो फिर हम जी के मर जाएंगे और हमें जीना ही नहीं आएगा. Now these boys were well equipped. Ram ji, Lakshman ji ne, they put down their quiver, they put down anything that could have offended the sage and his tapasya. And with permission, they waited outside before they were led in. And when the tapasya of Bharadwaj Rishi, that meditation that he was doing, was over, they were summoned and they walked in. So this is something that I wanted to bring in. But in Tulsi Ramayana, it is very different. Bharadwaj Rishi, he just cannot believe that Sri Ram is coming. The news was already there. Because when he had crossed Prayag, Sri Ram, on the way from Shringaverapur from Ganga to Bharadwaj ashram, he had crossed Prayag. Prayag is where Yamuna and Ganga ji met. So from there the news had come to Bharadwaj Rishi already ki Ram aa rahe. So the preparations were on, they were overjoyed, they did not know what to do. And they were just waiting for that moment when they have a darshan of Sri Ram and Sita and Lakshman. And Ramji took his time. He went to Prayagraj. He is the Raja of Tirths, right? Prayag. He took a dip in it, and it says that Prayagraj has he's a king, and he has two very strong ministers. And the ministers are truthfulness and faith. Right over here it is written, Satya and piety and faith, Drid Vishwas. And what is it? What is it indicating to us? Ki when we walk on this path, we should have faith. And what is faith? Faith is without seeing. It is like, Lord, I am jumping and I know that the net will appear. It is like taking a dip into the ocean and saying, yes, I know, you will be there. And truthfulness, honesty in any situation. Satya ka saath. And again in our scriptures, they mention Satya as a very strong pillar. And when Satya and faith are put together, the king has that deity presiding over Prayag is the Lord himself. And that is the Mahima of Prayag. And they describe it with so much of beauty that a dip in Prayag can cross and remove all our sins. But then the emotion has to be there. Today when we go to the Tirths, right? We don't look at the Tirths, for the divinity in them. We look around and we say, oh my God, it is not well organized. Oh my God, it is dirty. Oh my God, this is there. No, this is not the way we are supposed to go. That is all gross. We have to go with that faith, with that devotion, with that feeling कि हाँ, इस प्रयाग में श्री राम ने भी वंदना की थी. And when that bhav is there, everything else will vanish. So Prayag is a Tirath Raj. So when they had reached Tirath, when they had reached Prayag, Bharadwaj Rishi was already waiting. He could not believe, and over here he says, he rushed to them, he inquired for their welfare. But because Sri Hari had come in the roop of Ramji, he did not do Dandvat Pranam. Ramji did Dandvat Pranam to Bharadwaj Rishi. Bharadwaj Rishi just lifted him and embraced him. And he says what? He said, Ab kari kripa. Ab kari kripa dehu var ehu. He says कि मेरे ऊपर आप अब एक कृपा करना. निज पत सरसिज सहज सनेहु. What is the meaning? Now be pleased to grant me this one boon, spontaneous attachment or sahaj prem to your lotus feet. And that is all that I want. Today my penance, pilgrimage, renunciation have been rewarded. I got the reward of everything. Through births and births and births, I have been longing for this moment. Today my prayers, my meditation, my dispassion has borne fruit. मुझे फल मिल गया प्रभु. And what is it? All my pious practices have been rewarded by your sight. आपके दर्शन मात्र से. So what is the result, or what is to be seeked by doing everything that we do? Prabhu darshan, Prabhu prem, Prabhu bhakti. There is no culmination of gain, no culmination of joy other than this. In beholding you, all my hopes have been realized. Prabhu mile to mujhe sab mil gaya. And that is the right way to approach the Lord. That is the only way to approach the Lord. Many a times people say, right, they are such great devotees, then why are there hardships in their life? They are such great devotees, then why is there so much of trouble? Health is not with them. But that is not the right question. They are such great devotees, and even through their ordeals, they are still devotees. Nothing has changed. Prabhu still resides in their heart. And more so than before. And that is what the answer should be. And he says what? How can you? Karam vachan man chadi, chalu jab lagi janu na tumharo. Tab lagi sukh, sapne ho nahi, kiye koti upchar. What is he saying? Until a man gets sincerely devoted to you in thought, word and deed, he cannot even dream of happiness in spite of all his devices. The vacuum will always remain. कहते हैं ना, सब कुछ है मेरे पास, न जाने क्या है खोया. खुशियों की निकली बारात, पर मेरा दिल रोया. ना कोई जंग लड़ रहे हैं हम, कहते हैं ना कोई उदासी और ना कोई जंग लड़ रहे हैं हम, पर फिर भी तड़फ रहे हैं. What is it that is missing? The missing part is that we are not surrendered in thought, word and deed. And no matter what we chase in our life, and no matter what we gain in our life, true happiness, true Anand will never, never, never be there with us in our dreams. And that is what Bharadwaj Rishi is telling us here. Ki until a man gets sincerely devoted to you in thought, word and deed, he cannot even dream of happiness in spite of everything in this world. उनको सब कुछ भी मिल जाए ना, तो that happiness will not be there. And that is all that we seek, right? Through everything that we do, we seek happiness. We seek joy. But it's all momentary, right? Kshanik. It is not sthayi. It is not continuous. It is not never-ending. There is no other way. Whether we like it or not, there is no other way. But now Shri Ram is listening to this, and what does he say? And this is the beauty. He did not gloat. The ego did not fill him ki main bada, dekho, even Bharadwaj Rishi is glorifying me, so I must have something in me. Agar hum soche aise, to he said, no, great indeed is he, and he has all the virtues, whom, O chief of sage, you have pleased to honor. Because you have said such beautiful words, I am glorified. I feel there are virtues in me. नहीं तो हर किसी को आप ऐसे थोड़ी बोलते. So it is mutual. The feeling is mutual. And again, he stays there. And next day in the morning, he says, अब मुझे आगे जाना है. And look at Ram ji. And how humble he is. He said, can you please tell me which path should I take? Which path is going to be the easiest? And Bharadwaj Rishi smiles. He said, for you, every path is easy. आप मुझसे क्या पूछ रहे हैं? And he says, no, but where should I go? And he says, all roads are easy to you. But however, he smiled and he says, okay. He calls his pupils. And at that time, around 50 of them come, rushing. कि मुझे, I will guide the Lord, I will take the Lord, I will show the directions. But out of them, only 4 are selected. 4 of them who have, what is mentioned over here is, they who have practiced all kind of virtues in a series of previous births. हम तो इस जन्म में थोड़ा बहुत करके ही थक जाते हैं कि कुछ नहीं हो रहा है. See, I have devoted so much time, but nothing is happening. Over here, they are saying, in the series of previous births, who were true to their practice and they followed virtues, only 4 of them were selected to lead the path and show the path to the Lord. Now, sages, many of them have different ways of telling what that is. And many of them says these 4 are the Veds. 4 Ved hai na hamare. Rigved, Yajurved, Samved, Ved and Atharved. Right? So over here, who shows the path to Sri Ram? And it is a lesson for us. Veds. कहते हैं ना, whenever there is a doubt, don't turn to anybody else. Turn to the scriptures and say, Shastra Pramana. Don't listen to your conscience. Conscience is already dead. We have killed it. You say ना, अंदर से आवाज आ रही है, अंदर से गलत आवाज आ रही है शायद. Turn to the Shastras. And which are these Veds? Many people have this doubt, and children were asking. There is this other child. She asked, Auntie, I don't know whether I shared it last week. I must have. She said, the Muslim brothers have the Quran. The Christian brothers have the Bible. Which are our core granths? And so beautifully, just imagine, 50 of them came running, right? We have many scriptures. We have many granths. You cannot possibly read all of them in multiple series of births. It's not possible. Itne hain. But what are the 4 pillars? What are the 4 foundation? What is the foundation? The Veds. The 4 Veds. इसीलिए कहते हैं ना, it is not the one who does not believe in a particular form of God is an atheist, but the one who does not believe in the Ved who is an atheist. As per Sanatan Dharma. आप बोलो ना कि मैं वेद को नहीं मानता, then you are a atheist. But when you say कि मैं वेद को तो मानता हूं, but I do not know which form I believe in, and probably I don't believe in anything, it is okay. You are still a devotee. You are still a Sanatani. So the 4 Veds. So in here, it is saying that Ramji led his life based on what was written in the Veds, based on what was written in the scriptures. He was very cautious to tread the path. And whenever we are walking, it is always good to seek advice of the elders and the sages and the knowledgeable people. कैसे जाऊं? कौन सा रास्ता होना चाहिए? It is, yes, we can reach there. But what is the right way? हर चीज करने का एक सही तरीका होता है. Right? What is the right way? You can get 100 by cheating, or you can get 100 by really working hard. What is the right way? It is not the destination. It is the journey that is important. So again and again Sri Ram is telling us, mind you, watch your journey. आप सही तो चल रहे हैं ना? Have you taken the right path? Are you treading the right way? Are you in the right company? Whom are you following? Who is the Aadhar? Be alert, always. So over here, the 4 Veds are guiding him. They are taking him. And when he is crossing, in Valmiki Ramayana, when he reaches Yamuna, he tells Guha ki ab aap jaiye, and I will take the boat. They make a boat, and that is how they cross the Yamuna. However, in Tulsi Ramayana, what they are doing is, they walk from one village to another. Now, आगे है राम, बीच में सीता, and पीछे Lakshman, And Guha is still watching and observing, and they cross one village after another, one place after another, and everybody unmindful of what they are doing. They drop everything and they rush to see the Lord. हमसे ऐसा नहीं होता ना. We're very mindful. We just don't rush like Meera. We just don't rush like these people. कि सब छोड़ के भाग गए भाई. कैसे छोड़ के भाग सकते? They just rush everything, and we have seen it. Whenever they want to come for darshan, they forget everything. The old and the young, the kids and the young adults, everybody runs to see and have a glimpse of Sri Ram, Lakshman and Sita. And they feel so blessed. Not only this, even Indra, Kuber, all the devs, they are jealous. They say, see, it would have been better if we were there. We were the Bhils, we were the tribal people, we were there, we were living in those huts. And the trees which Sri Ramji rested under, they said, even the Kalptaru, even the wish-fulfilling tree would feel jealous of that tree. He said, she is better than I am. Because Sri Ram is sitting under her. Mere paas to nahi baithe. So everybody is watching. Ramji is going from one village to another. On the path, everybody comes to take darshan. Blessed they are, right? It is not, again, last week we had covered this. It is not the wealth you get that is the result of tapasya. It is Prabhu Bhakti and Prabhu Darshan. They were not in 7-story mansions. They were living in huts. They were eating fruits. They barely had anything to wear. But Prabhu left Ayodhya to come and meet them, क्योंकि वो अयोध्या नहीं आ सकते थे. They are blessed. They must have done some tapasya in their previous life that they are getting the opportunity to see the Lord, and Lord is coming to them on their own, on His own. And the ladies, they surround Ma Sita. Ramji looks at Ma Sita and he realizes कि सीते थक गई है. And Ma Sita does not utter a word. Even when her legs are bleeding, nor when she is tired, she is quiet because she has promised कि I won't get tired. When they said, you won't be able to sustain in the jungle. So Ramji says, she said, I will not get tired. And she is saying, I will not get tired. Not once does anything come out of her mouth. But when Ramji looks at her, just by looking at her, he realizes that Sita needs to rest. And he sits under the banyan tree. And this is how he is depicting, अगर भौतिक तरीके से लें, तो how a relationship should be. कि आप बिना बोले माँ सीता अंडरस्टूड कि राम जी wants something to give to him. And without माँ सीता saying कि मैं थक गई हूं, राम जी understood कि सीता needs to sit. This is called divine relationship. We are connected through your souls. We are not hindering the path. Sita Ma is not hindering the path. She is helping in the path. कि तुम आगे बढ़ो, मैं चलती हूँ. It is okay, I don't need the palace. But if spiritual awakening is your path, I am there with you. कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता. एक रोटी कम खा लेंगे. Our scriptures are going to tell us कि in grahast ashram, we कहते हैं ना धर्म पत्नी. It is the patni, and women have such a strength कि they can either take you on the path of spirituality or take you out of the path of spirituality. And very few couples are there like Ram and Sita, where both are walking together on the path of spirituality. The villagers come running, the women come running, they sit next to Sita and they say, listen, don't get angry with us, but tell me something. Those two, one is dark and one is light. Which one is your husband? Now they want to have a conversation. And they say, you look like, kings and queens. You look like a princess. Why are you walking here? At that time, some people had heard the story. The older ones, they say, this is so and so had happened. And Sita, okay, tell us now. Which one? The dark one or the light one? Which is your husband? Sita Ma looks down and she said, the light one, the one who is standing right now, is my Devar, my younger Devar. And then she does not say anything else after that. She just covers her head a little more and looks. And they understand that this is Ram and this is Sita. That is the husband of Ma Sita. And they start questioning her. They start talking. And everywhere they go, it is as if nobody stops and everybody gathers to just have a glimpse of them. And then when they stand up and they say, now we have to leave, it is as if that joy has been taken away. Ki nahi, don't go, we will come with you. Ramji would say, no, the entire village cannot come with me. Aap log rahiye. You continue doing what you are doing. And then they would walk ahead, asking directions. Slowly they would walk ahead, a little ahead. And the people who missed it would come running. The old would say, oh, I cannot chase them and find out. And the others, the younger ones would say, kitni dur gaye? And they would rush to just have a glimpse of the Lord. Abhi aisa nahi hota na. Do we have that craving? Do we have that desire where everything gets null and void? जहाँ कभी हमारे को पता चले कि हाँ राम नाम हो रहा है. Do you feel that तड़फन कि नहीं बाकी सब छोड़ के मैं बस वहाँ पहुँच जाऊँ? Does not matter who is talking. It does not matter which granth is being opened. What matters is they are taking the Ram naam. And Tulsi Baba says, who am I? Now Tulsi Baba is saying, a turtle in the pond cannot lift Mount Mandara on his back, right? उठा सकते हैं? नहीं. So who am I to describe the glories of the Lord? But what do I do? मुझे उनके बारे में बात करना और सुनना बहुत अच्छा लगता है. So it is just a small attempt. And if Tulsi Baba, Valmiki ji end up saying such things, who are we? So these people, so blessed, unmindful of everything, जहाँ हरि कथा वहाँ हम. कहते हैं ना कलयुग में तो नाम आधार, सुमिर सुमिर नर उतरे ही पार. And you will be able to assess it in your heart. क्या आपको पता चले कि कहीं हरी कथा हो रही है. And मन में, you know that उथल पुथल, there should be a commotion in your heart कि मैं कैसे भी करके पहुंच जाऊं. कुछ तो सुन के आ जाऊं. कोई आया है, हरि नाम ले रहा है. And this was the emotion over there. Everybody unmindful would rush, would talk, would give. And while they were crossing from Bharadwaj ashram, they suddenly reached a place and they stopped for a moment. And what did they see at a distance? A sage, joyous in nature, dancing and singing. We do not know who he is. He came and he reached Sri Ram. He touched Sri Ramji's feet and Ramji just embraced him. It was as if love, Prabhu Prem, was meeting the Prabhu. It was Prem embracing Paramatma. You cannot see, he was Sakshat Prem. Who was he? क्या वो हनुमान थे? क्या वो तुलसी बाबा थे? क्या वो कोई और सेज था? There is no Varnan. We do not know who he was. After that, he bowed down to Ma Sita. Ma Sita felt that her son had come to her. Lakshman and him hugged as if brothers had hugged each other. And Guha, he fell at the feet of the sage. Who was this? कौन थे ये? Nobody knows. Was it Hanuman who had come to do darshan? Was it Tulsi Baba who had said कि मैंने भी देखा श्री राम को? Why is it not possible कि कहीं तो रामायण चल रही है और वो वहां पहुंच गए हो दर्शन करने? Who was this sage? And various sages have described it in their own way. The sage came, he met the Lord as if love was meeting the Paramatma, and उसी तरह से धीरे से he went away. Till now, the mystery is who was he. But how does it matter? Do we need to know? चाहे वो तुलसी बाबा थे, चाहे वो हनुमान जी थे, चाहे वो शायद हम होंगे किसी जन्म में. Yes, क्या हम नहीं हो सकते? क्यों नहीं हो सकते? शायद हम थे. और अगर हम थे तो हम कितने लकी थे. Right? Again they move on and steadily they tread the path, and there they reach Valmiki ji's kutir. Now Valmiki ji's kutir was very different. It was as if it was bliss personified. Everything was in harmony. There was no, how do we depict harmony? It would be when a lion and a deer drink water together. The best of flowers were there. It was as if the best celestial flowers were growing there. The kutir was blissful, and it was waiting for Sri Hari to come. Valmiki ji went to Sri Hari, and what did Sri Ram say? Ki Prabhu, you know everything. Now Valmiki ji ko bol rahe hain. Who was Valmiki ji? Let's just visit who Valmiki ji was. And because Valmiki ji gives us a lot of hope, he was Ratnakar, right? He was a dacoit. All he did was stealing, right? Till one day Narad Muni blessed him. हमारे जिंदगी में यही होता है ना कोई एक निमित्त आ जाता है who comes and ignites the spark in us. We all have it in us, but somebody comes and says कि नहीं. So he came, and what did he say? कि why are you doing all this, right? तुम ये सब क्यों कर रहे हो? Why are you killing? Why are you stealing? Why are you going frantic about what you are earning? For whom? Well, for my family, my children, my parents, my wife. Well, okay, just go and ask them. कि will they be willing to share the पाप with you? जो भी आप कर रहे हो, उसमें जो भी पाप हो रहा है, will they be willing to share? And beautifully the story goes, and how the parents and the children and the wife responds. And especially the mother said, if I could, I would, but I can't. It is not allowed. You have to bear the brunt. And when he heard all this, he came back to Narad Muni, and he said, now what? He said, Ram Naam lo. He said, Ram Naam to मैं ले नहीं सकता. Then क्या करो? मरा 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 बोलो. But I feel, it is not that he could not say Ram. ये 2 अक्षर का प्यारा नाम कौन नहीं बोल सकता, बच्चा भी बोल सकता है. But he said he was not eligible to take the Ram Naam. देखिए, we have to be very careful. Till we are reading the scriptures or we are going to satsang, we do not have a great responsibility. But हम जब रामायण सुन के संसार में जाके सही से व्यवहार नहीं करते हैं ना, तो they don't blame us, they blame our scriptures. They don't blame us, they blame our Guru. Our responsibility increases many folds, and तब हम गलत व्यवहार नहीं कर सकते. And होता है, we stumble, we fall, and then we say, what do? So this sage said, it's okay, na? अब जैसे for me, I tend to lose my temper. बोले दूसरे दिन खाना मत खाओ. If you get angry, don't eat. Why? Because आप ग्रंथ पढ़ रहे हो ना, आप गुस्सा क्यों हो रहे हो? Because then they'll say, अरे इतने ग्रंथ पढ़ के भी क्या हो क्या? Right? So he said, I'm not eligible to take the Ram Naam. But it is a catch-22, right? Ram Naam नहीं लेंगे तो all the vices will not go. और vices नहीं गए और राम नाम लिया तो ठीक है, संसार की तो आदत है कहना, हम अपना कर्म कर रहे हैं. पर he said, no, I won't take the Ram Naam. He said, mara, 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 mara. And we all know from Mara to Ram to him becoming Valmiki ji. And over here, Ram ji meets him. And he has already authored everything. He has seen it happening. He authors it. He knows. And Ram ji says, आपको तो सब पता है. You know why I have come. You know where I'll go. You know what will happen tomorrow. You know what will happen 14 years after. You know everything. आप तो त्रिकालदर्शी हैं. तो Valmiki ji is smiling and Ram ji is applauding him, and Ram ji acknowledges कि you know everything. Yet Valmiki ji says, I am blessed to see you. And Ramji does not lose the opportunity over here, because he says कि there is such a great stage standing in front of me. Why should I not bow down and touch his feet? So wherever Sri Ram gets the opportunity, he lies flat and he touches the feet. And uska bhi hota hai. Why the feet? Why is it? Nowadays, one of the sages said कि nowadays we do wireless pranam. I would say, every sage has a different way of expressing. So this particular sage who we were listening to last week was a stand-up comedian, It was more listening to a comedy. He says, आजकल तो हम wireless pranam करते हैं, right? Everything has become wireless. But पहले wireless pranam नहीं होता था. How do we do it? We cross our hands and we touch the nails of the toe, right? वैसे होता है pranam. वैसे नहीं कि हाँ ठीक है. So he said nowadays it is wireless pranam, but Ramji did not do wireless pranam. And he would do this. And he would give, why is it? We get all the energy, all the blessings it is very energized. कहते हैं ना, when the nail is here, it is energized. And when you, after you cut your nail, you should take a shower. It is that, it is not that you cut your nail and that's no. If you have cut your nail, if you go to Karma Kand, right? See, Veds are also divided into 3 parts, which I'll share the details. I would not get into it right now. So in Karma Kand, there are certain things which you have to do. So cutting the nails is such that after you cut the nail, you should take a shower. So when it is attached to you, it's very powerful. So इसीलिए हम कहते हैं पादुका पूजा, touching the feet, touching the nails, dandavat pranam. So Ram ji did not miss a single moment. He said, आपको जो बोलना है बोल दो, मैं तो पैर छूऊंगा, because why should I be deprived of this great opportunity to touch the feet of the sages? So he does that, and then he asks Valmiki ji कि आज तो हम आपके पास रह जाएंगे प्रभु, but can you tell me one thing? Where should we go and live? मैं कहाँ जाके रहूं? Now Valmiki ji looks at Shri Ram. He knows everything. And he says, tell me one place where you are not. एक ऐसी जगह बताओ प्रभु जहां आप नहीं हो. तो अगर आप वो जगह मुझे बता दोगे तो फिर मैं आपको बता देता हूं कि where should you go and live. Here he mentions around 14 places where Shri Ram can live. He said, you can go and live in the hearts of these type of people. And it is a very detailed explanation. And I think before moving forward, we can assess, is our heart ready to be the abode of Sri Ram or not? So, Valmiki ji also wittily says, see, you can live in the heart of a devotee. And I'll tell you, which devotee's heart you can live in. And he goes talking about it, and these 14 beautiful places where the Lord can live, where Valmiki ji says you can live, we'll discuss in detail in the next session before we move on. I'll just quickly go forward, cutting short. Valmiki ji finally says, okay, after all this, Ramji says, I totally understand, but listen, प्लीज मुझे जगह बता दीजिए, कहाँ जाके रहूं, कब जाऊं, कैसे जाऊं. He says you go to Chitrakoot. There is Ansuya Ma, and there are a lot of sages. Atriya hai, Mandakini is there. You know how Mandakini came? She is a offshoot of Sri Ganga. When Atriya Muni used to go and take a dip in Ma Ganga, he became old and used to get tired. So Ansuya Ma was so strong that she said, ab se Ganga yahi aayegi. And she made Ganga come here where Atriya ashram was. So that is known as Mandakini. And what is the beauty about Ansuya is, Asuya and Ansuya. Asuya is the person who sees negative in everything. Anasuya is somebody who sees negative in nothing. उनको कुछ त्रुटि किसी में दिखती ही नहीं है. Where did I learn this? I learned it in the satsang last week. Right? Because see, all our scriptures, ultimately, be it chapter 9 of Bhagavad Gita or Ayodhya Kand, they are ultimately trying to teach us the same thing. So who is Anasuya? जो गंगा को भी प्रकट कर लेती है. Who is Anasuya who can make Ganga come from where she wants it to? She is the one who sees negative in nothing. And that means she has no negative in her. दुनिया कैसी दिखती है, जैसे हम में वैसी दिखती है. The world is nothing but a reflection of who we are. And with this, we have not completed as much as we wanted to, but we'll continue. First, we'll look at the 14 places where the Lord was asked to stay, or he can stay. Then we'll talk about Chitrakoot. And the thing that I really don't want to do is, after next week, we will move back to what is happening in Ayodhya. The heart-breaking moments of Ayodhya. But we still have one more class. After that, we'll reach there. Jai Shri Ram, Jai Shri Krishna. And one more thing. The beauty of Shri Ramji is, he seeks. आपने देखा होगा. Everywhere he went, he sought advice. He sought guidance. He said, what should I do? And he asked, where should I live? He asked, how should I walk? How should I live? How should my house be? Abhi when we go forward, we'll see, when should the स्थापना be done? Sab kuch he would ask. So number, so humble, and one thing he always remembered was कि there is a way in which things should be done. ऐसा ही नहीं है जीवन हम कैसे भी जी सकते हैं. There is always a way in which everything should be done. हम पूछेंगे तो हमें जवाब मिलेगा, पर हम सोचें कि हम तो जिए जा रहे हैं तो ठीक है. And when he asked, they gave him answers. कहाँ जाके रहूं? चित्रकूट में रहूं. How should my house be? Where should the sunlight come in from? Where should the direction be? What time should I do the स्थापना? सब कुछ पूछ पूछ के किससे? गुरुओं से, बड़ों से. We are not all knowing. And the one who was all knowing also kept asking. पूछने से कोई छोटा नहीं हो जाता. Right? So with this, we will just close the class. Any discussions, any thoughts, anything that you would like to say, I am ready. Jai Shri Ram.